Hi everyone, welcome back to a new post today. Let's today look at the point of view of positivism and post-positivism in the study of sociology. These two important paradigms are used in many subjects of inquiry, starting from philosophy, political science, and sociology as well. So what does positivism approach in sociology say, and what is the post-positivist approach? Now, yesterday we spoke of sociology being treated as a science. So positivist approach to study society says that society can be studied scientifically, like how scientific subjects like physics and chemistry can also be studied. That means there can be universal laws that are universally applicable to all societies across the world. So positivism is an approach that applies scientific methods in natural sciences like we used in physics and biology. It uses empirical evidence that can be observed, measured and quantified, and also uncovers objective facts, establishes general universal laws that govern human behavior. But we should remember that human behavior is governed by own values, customs, norms, and even beliefs and principles as well that can vary from one individual to another. Therefore, saying that society can be studied purely and totally scientifically is not true. So the core principles of positivism say that the knowledge of society can be derived from observation, experimentation and experience. This is called as empirism. It says, number two, it says that the researcher should remain detached and free from personal biases, values moral judgments, and ensure findings of objective and ensure that the findings are objective and reliable, which means objectivity and value neutrality. So positivism believes in objectivity and value neutrality. The methods and the assumptions of the natural sciences are applicable and appropriate for social sciences. This means methodological unity, and also the goal is to identify cause and effect relationship between social phenomena and to formulate laws like how we formulate for physics or chemistry that can predict to future human behavior and events. And apart from that, it was pioneered by Auguste Comte and Emile Durkheim. Auguste Comte is the father of sociology. He coined the term sociology and also is the founder of positivism, and introduced and advocated that sociology is a positive science. He proposed that societies evolve through three stages: theological, metaphysical, and finally the positive or the scientific stage. Emile Durkheim, another sociologist, refined Comte's ideas and applied the positivist principles rigorously to empirical research. His study on suicide used official statistics to demonstrate how social factors like integration and regulation influence suicide rates, thereby establishing a model for scientific sociological inquiry. However, there are criticisms to the positivist approach, which says that it overlooks human subjectivity, meanings, interpretation, therefore it neglects subjectivity. And the basis of post-positivism is subjectivity of the researcher that is involved and bias as well. Apart from that, number two, the criticism is that complex social phenomena cannot be reduced to simple cause and effect relationship, and this means oversimplification. Number three, statistics used in positive research may be socially constructed and reflect biases in their collection and rather than only objective facts. Therefore, the validity of statistics is also questioned. And difficulty in experimentation. Conducting true experiments on human societies with controlled variables is often impracticable or ethically problematic. So these are some of the important points of positivism. What does post-positivism say? Now, post-positivism is emerged from positivism as a criticism to positivism and amends the knowledge given by positivism. It says that social phenomena is very complex and there is an inavailability of the researcher bias, and it can use both quantitative and qualitative methods as well. Post-positivists believe that objective reality exists, but it can be known imperfectly because of the bias of the researcher. It acknowledges subjectivity, unlike the positives who believe that complete research can be objective, value-free. Post-positivists recognize that researchers' values, background knowledge, experiences can influence what is observed and what is interpreted. Fallibilism, it acknowledges no knowledge can be proven with absolute certainty. Scientific findings are considered provisional and open to revision based on new evidence. Emphasis therefore is placed on falsification, that is, testing to reject false beliefs rather than verification. And finally, while positivism traditionally favors quantitative methods, post-positivism relies both on quantitative and qualitative methods to gain a more holistic understanding of the social issues. This approach often involves triangulation, using multiple sources of data, methods to build stronger and more credible conclusions. Therefore, post-positivism in a gist is real. It says that study of society is real, but imperfectly and probabilistically. It can be probable. It is an active interpreter and acknowledges the researcher's bias. Also, it uses a mix of quantitative and qualitative methods, and the goal of post-positivism is to develop context-independent, nuanced understanding and refine theories much more deeper. So these are the most important points I thought I should be sharing with you with sociology from positivist and post-positivist approach. The difference is slight, where post-positivism recognizes the bias of the researcher and uses two methods, quantitative and qualitative. So if you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me for tomorrow's topic. Until then, it's very happy learning.